How's it going, everybody? This is Philsov, and this is my third napalm video out of the Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 Deep Dungeon. Uh, Showing off my team real quick. You'll notice here everyone has their flame shield. Either they're going to be geomancers, or they're going to have equipped shield and a flame shield equipped. I love the geomancer; it's a very nice class here because there's some water panels floating around. Ha, pun. But if you land on those, you can basically do double damage, which 300, 400-ish, pretty good. This Oracle, she has a Faith Rod, so the plan was she was going to be my primary status dealer. What happened was, because she didn't have short charge, she had equip shield, the CTR really just raped her. She had double turns and everything. So what eventually happened is she just would end up pray faithing Ramza, who actually had short charge, and then he'd do all the dirty work. So in retrospect, I probably could have changed her around a little bit, but oh well. Anyways, opening moves. I'm planning on taking out the Hell Knights first and avoiding doing damage to the grenades at all cost. The reason for this is the only thing that can hurt me right now with all of these flame shields I have equipped is self-destruct. So long as I don't damage any of these grenades, they're not going to be able to self-destruct, and so I can't die. When I first started doing this fight, I had a, don't know why, but this god-awful notion that self-destruct was MA based, so it was going to be the same damage regardless. Until after fighting it a few times, oh hey, I'm dealing a lot of damage to this one, and he just killed me for over 1,000 damage, and then he just wiped out everybody. So yeah, sucked. As far as opening moves go, Reyes hasted up the guys because they don't have auto haste. The Oracle went for a long-range teleport to do some draw-out damage, and that didn't work, so she ended up throwing a Pray Faith onto Ramza, because he has Yin Yang as well, and the grenades are very susceptible to status. I like to keep them statused while I play with them, because otherwise, again, they'll self-destruct all over the place, or start healing each other, and I want neither of those. So I'm just tiptoeing all around the grenades right now, so being very mindful of elemental placement and other AoE attacks. While this Geomancer and Ramsey, for example, are on the water panels. Another team concept, when I tried doing this also a couple times, I got a piggy and threw him in here just because I can't see these grenades worth crap. They're black in the middle of the deep dungeon with no crystals around. Until they get a status, I can't even. Sometimes I lose track of who's what. Honestly, it's sad, but because these grenades also have ignore height, the crystal's out there, so they end up snatching it, and then I'm back to no light and doing this with 4 people, so it's even slower and it heals them. But good old Hell Knight. She had re-raise, she popped back up, then she went and impale herself with a steel needle. Beautiful. Anyways, with the Smunk, positioning him a little bit, contemplating refreshing haste on these people, seeing that the grenade is going to be probably catching the haste, so I go decide against that, decide to throw it a mid-damage wave fist, and it gets blocked anyways. I'm not even bother statusing out the bombs right now, because my current plan is to keep a track of when all these guys get status, so I know when to refresh it. And if I start throwing it around now, I lose track of it all. It's just not even worth it. So I ignore them completely, and they ignore me completely, and it's a wonderful little world we live in, as I kill all the Hell Knights and they can't do anything about it. As you can see, they are able to heal each other, but I'm usually able to spell enough damage that they die all the same. Like that. As far as the statuses I'll be planning to use, Sleep is very good, Don't Act is very good, and Don't Move is all good also. See, right here, that grenade just self-destructed to add oil on my team. He did 0 damage. In a couple previous attempts, also I was trying to just mess with status early. They would do self-destruct on each other to wake each other from sleep. So he'd do 0 damage to his friend. His friend would wake up. And the next turn, if I didn't throw a status onto that guy, he could now hit my entire team for 1,000 damage. So I'd have to be very quick on the status. So for example, you're going to see me probably throw, I think, 2 status spells out on the guy down bottom. just to prevent him from getting in the way. Yeah, see, try to throw a sleeve out onto him, but it's only 63%, and that's not enough for me. So I see what I can do with her, and nothing because they're moving soon. Refresh and haste. There we go. I hit him early with the slow with Reyes, just so I can get all the status spells off and not have to worry about it. Don't move is also another very good skill. It's much better than stop because they are very range based. So if they are don't move, if you're not trying to attack them, you can just keep your range, and they're as good as anything else. But you do have to make sure to definitely crowd control the one bomb you'll be going after first. Like I just threw a don't act onto one of them over there because they have critical quick, and if they're a bomb, they're gonna self-destruct all over the place. Finishing off the last of these Hell Knights right now. They died together, they res together, they healed each other, and then they died together again. Beautiful. Sleep once again taking way too long to charge up because she doesn't have short charge. So trying to crowd control them all and keep track of it. As far as status duration goes, sleep is 60 clock ticks. So if, like, for example, my character is 14 speed, I have no clue why that guy did that. I think one of them had sleep, so he just went to wake him up. But now they're all clustered up together, which is very good on my end, because then I can just throw out status into the mix and I have to keep track of multiple guys, just keep track of the cluster. Anyways, sleep is 60 CTR. So if you are 14 speed, that's every 10 or 11 turns. You have to do something. Sorry, 8 turns. But if you're hasted, it's 10 to 11. On the other hand, if it's don't act or don't move, it's only 20 CTR. So about every third turn you have, 4 if you're hasted, you have to keep up, because if it falls off and they get a turn, it can be very deadly. So you want to avoid that at all costs. And as you can see, I had my entire team move at least three spaces away from that whole cluster, especially the guy who just did self-destruct. Because even if the status didn't trigger between all these guys, there's still the potential for damage until they all get sleeped, which is right here. And now that they're all sleeped, I can chase on this one little guy and pummel him into the ground very slowly. This Geomancer, she has white magic secondary, so Holy's a little bit too fast of a charge right now based off her setup, so she's just spamming water ball for 300 whopping damage. But in general, everyone here also has either time magic or yin yang magic. It's good to status out all these grenades, and also provides a little bit of gravity damage, so they can just start spitting out the big numbers. Pull back a bit, because Ramza and Reyes need some MP. Sleep takes a lot out of Ramza. He doesn't have much MP right now. I also have to be mindful about Faith, because as everything's working out, since he's going to be the main status dealer for that cluster, I need his success to be as high as possible. It'll be fading off quite shortly. And also keep track of when you paralyze that guy, because once again, status falling off is death here. And really, that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna pick off this guy and spam high damage on him. Keep him crowd controlled a little bit. Then I'm gonna move on to the cluster. I'm gonna wake one of them up, get him paralyzed, then wake him up, then damage him while keeping all the rest of them asleep. Then repeat for the third and fourth one. And so I'll cut off the video here because it's right about 10 minutes. and I guess just have the other clip with a little bit more commentary and some music. Have fun.